Yo, Super Dungeon Boy here. Been a while. If anybody's seen my update video, I basically made like a, what was it? I don't know, a foretelling of what I was going to do with this channel and whatnot. And still trying to do some comedy stuff though. Been pretty busy. But for the most part, I remember in the video I said something along the lines of I wasn't going to do another movie review unless it was something worthwhile or something so god-awful, or I don't know, I don't remember exactly what I said, but something along those lines of where it must be reviewed. Well, this is one of the ones, and this is Dumb and Dumber 2. That's with a T-O because they can't spell it, so rather than, anyways. So, Dumb and Dumber 2 has the original, you know, Lloyd and Harry. And, you know, thank God they got, was it Jeff Daniels? And, of course, Jim Carrey. Is it as good as the first one? We're not talking about that middle one where Dumb and Dumber, when Harry met Lloyd, or I don't know what the hell that, whatever the hell that middle one was. I don't remember what they titled it. That one was two different actors. That's a whole nother thing. And that one actually wasn't that bad, believe it or not. I like anything Dumb and Dumber, so I'm a little bit, you know, biased against this. I'm obviously going to give it a pretty good score, but you'll find out later exactly how high. The movie wasn't perfect, though. So just don't think that, like, oh, okay, it's good, you know, you turn off. No, there was a few things. Trying to think, talk about the good stuff first or the bad stuff first. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way, I guess. The storyline is, you know, as you'd imagine, just flat out, you know, like dumb. So, but that's okay because you know, these two, these two duos, all they need is just a little bit of any excuse to have an adventure. There's a few characters that you see that popped up from the old one into this one. They're all grown up or older or whatever. Remember that little bird? That was the little bird. Remember that little boy with the pet bird? You know, Polly or whatever, his little canary, or not canary. What the hell was that bird that he had? A parakeet. But yeah, he's all grown up and he makes a little cameo there. Well, let's see what else. Sometimes the jokes in the movie, you know, if you're not like a real big fan, they're so dumb that they're funny. Does that make sense? Better yet, the jokes are so bad, sometimes are so bad that you can't help but go, oh, pff, that's so cheesy, you know, like, and then you find yourself just chuckling as it goes along. There's a few times that, depending on where your, you know, range of humor is, hold on, what the hell are you doing? No, go. Dog is bothering me. He doesn't want his own. Go eat that food I gave you. Anyways. At times, you know, like I said, that you can't help but laugh at the little silly stuff, and you know, there's a few times where it'll be flat out funny. So, you know, see anything really bad other than that? No. That probably the only other thing is that there's not. It just doesn't have that super strong, like, ending to their great adventure. Because remember the first one? Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the first one, click off now and go see it and come watch this later. I'll wait. Hopefully you clicked off the video if you haven't seen the first one. Alright, if you're still sticking around, I gave you a warning. Spoiler alert. Anyways, in the first one, where they go to Aspen, and they're trying to, you know, find that girl and return the, what was it, a briefcase or something? That had the money or whatever. and this one, you know, they're looking, I might as well tell you because the commercials already tell you anyways. They're looking for, was it Harry's daughter, and he didn't even know he had a daughter, and he basically needs to find her and they already tell you this in the first 5 minutes anyways, so it's not a huge spoiler, that he needs really badly needs a kidney transplant, or he's going to die. So he basically needs to find a closely related blood relative or someone that's willing to give him a kidney. So yeah, so that's the whole movie right there. You know, and laughs along the way, but it just doesn't have the strong finish that the first one had. You know, where they're living, you know, luscious, and they have, you know, money to burn, and they're living in, you know, the cream of the crop 1% in Aspen, and, you know, and they're in that skiing lounge or whatever, and they're, you know, making fools of themselves. Just, they don't have that little, you know, if you will, in the words of Christopher Walken, that pizzow! They don't have it! It's not there! So it lacks. So that's my only problem with it. It just like, like, if there's like 5 gears, it never kicks it up to 5 gears as far as the laughter. It just stays about like right there at 3, you know? And just kind of plateaus. And then that's your finish. So slow and steady, I guess. Good things. It's worth the like a rent. I'll see my notes here. Good, satisfying, funny. I wrote some things down. Memorable memorable for at least a little bit after you watch this film. Could be a family movie, depending on your sense of family humor. Yeah, so they don't, for those that don't know, Dumb and Dumber, they don't, they're kind of humor, they don't use a lot of filthy language. They're just really just cheesy and like keep it really PG-13. I don't even know what this thing was rated, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think if I even heard, I think I heard like 1 cuss word, I think, but I'm not even 100% sure. So pretty much PG-13. Anyway, so it has enough laughs to keep you there, keep your attention. You could probably rewatch it, the rewatchability, I guess you would say, or reviewability. There we go. That's a fancy word. It's there because I've seen it twice just to make sure that I, you know, first time I watched it, I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. And then I watched it again, I'm like, oh, I got a few more jokes that I somehow missed. So it's one of those movies that if you watch it twice, you get a little bit more out of it. So I think I said enough about this. Definitely go see it if you're looking for a comedy. If you've seen the first one, you're going to love this one too. Just not as good as the first one, but it's better than that in-between movie that they made with those 2 kids. I can't think of their names. So yeah, I rated a 7.5 out of 10. Pretty good watch. Alright.